Hello, welcome everybody to TSP TV Live, Nuts About Nothing. Maybe the title of tonight's show will give you a little bit of a clue what it's all about, but welcome. We've got Nancy, we've got JBG, Prepper Chicken Texas as she's now known as, Trip, and Donna. Welcome, a first time viewer, glad to see you. Hopefully you can hear me okay. How'd you like that little thumbnail? I thought maybe Nancy would like that. It's got some cute little kind of emoji type nuts on there, but Nuts About Nothing. You may be able to guess a little bit what that's about. Hey, welcome everybody. There we are in the Thrift Fam, the Thrift Store studio. My goodness, I've been out of commission for a little while. It's been a week or so since I think we've done our last stream. Can you hear me all right? Give me a sign to let me know. I do got my little microphone here. There are some audio issues, as always, it seems, with these streams and videos I've been uploading recently, but it does seem a little while since we last got together and did a little stream like this. So today is sort of getting back a little bit into the spirit of things. Hey Tam, glad to see you. So it's always nice to see some new faces, particularly Donna, who is working in my sewing room while listening. So let's hope you stick around, and welcome to the Thrift Fam community. Hopefully you will become part of the furniture, as so many of the regular offenders here. And also good to see you, Tam, see you back again. Not been actually I haven't seen anybody for a little while. Sorry, I'm kind of reading my comments over there, although I could read them here. I've got comments everywhere that I could read, but as I was saying, guys, it has been a little while since we done a live feed, and I kind of sort of fell into a little bit of a pattern of solitudic behavior, if that is in fact a word. Solitudic, let me know. It probably isn't, it just sounds like it might be a word. But something I was chatting with Judy about a little bit last week. We were having a kind of keeping up to date and in touch with each other on the moderators forum. We got a little chat room there that we sort of keep in touch and sort of put our woes and vent and stuff like that every now and then. But kind of been stuck in limbo and sort of not really having any energy or motivation to sort of do anything, and almost an overwhelming sense of anxiety if I do choose to do something, for, you know, even something simple like having to go to the store to get some smokes or pick up a couple of groceries. I just have this sort of, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be around people. Don't want to encounter anybody. And all I seem to want to do is just kind of stay in bed. Exactly, Tam Tam. Now, no, it's not isolation as a result of anything that I'm being told by the government in regards to COVID-19. It is to do with a little bit of personal grief. I did lose my father a while ago, just over a month. He has been finally laid to rest, so that is something, I guess, to sort of help with the healing process. But it is, the ups and downs, the roller coasters, the emotional ride that kind of grief and dealing with loss is. But I kind of don't want to be sort of snapping out of it. If there was a switch that you could snap out of like that, I'm pretty sure I would choose to flick that switch. I don't exactly like feeling a little bit less than motivated. And some people who do suffer with, mental health or depression and stuff like this, it's not something they choose to do. People can't just snap out of it, just as much as you fall off a ladder and break your leg and you go to the hospital and there's somebody who's like broken their neck and a couple of arms and an ankle and is in a worse state than you. Being told that there are people in a worse state than you doesn't make your broken leg any better. It doesn't heal the broken leg any better. And as much as you want to snap your fingers and make your leg better, it can. There is a healing process, and sometimes you have to run through it. But if or not this is also a result of what may or may not be sprayed into the atmosphere. We had another sort of strange, sort of overcast day today, where 1 minute it was sunny, a couple of minutes later it was grey skies, looked like it's about to rain, and then sort of no sooner as you come inside and got yourself sort of situated to maybe do some indoor activities, the sun come back out. Now we have had a little bit of fortune in the sense that the last sort of 7-8 days we've had a little bit of an Indian summer, and another reason sort of the isolation sort of descended. We had a few days where it was a little bit colder in the evenings. Now they're not exactly as nice as they once were, to be able to sort of sit out for any long periods of time without maybe a jacket or a little bit of a fire or something to keep you warm. Laid my mother to rest. I get it. Okay, Tam Tam, so I'm sorry to hear about your loss too, and maybe hopefully our loved ones are in better places now. And it does suck indeed, Judy Bowen. It is something that you and I have spoken to probably at great lengths, and we don't really sort of want to go in and reveal any sort of deep and personal secrets, but we do have the same kind of symptoms, and explain to the sort of each other that all we really do want to do is kind of stay in bed and sort of feel a little bit lethargic. But again, they're chemtrailing us with stuff, electromagnetic frequencies, if or not you believe and buy into all of that stuff. I did a little video about that a couple of weeks back, how possibly 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, all this stuff that is being bombarded around us, maybe that is also kind of impenetrating our brains and sort of making us feel a little bit under the weather, or not necessarily ourselves. But nonetheless, these are all things that we can contemplate or decide, but don't really have any sort of solid proof or confirmation that this is what is in play. We can just surmise. And as I said, those of us that may have a little bit of a truth-minded thought pattern might tend to agree. Perhaps there are some nefarious and sinister goings on in terms of atmospheric conditions being ordered and manipulated, possibly weather manipulations causing some destructive patterns down in the Gulf. Little Nancy down there, bless her, she's had a few hurricanes and bad storms to contend with in New Orleans, as well as some of the guys down there in Texas. Death is the new life for some indeed. If you believe in whatever you believe in, death is sometimes reward with rebirth. But anyway, nonetheless, guys, tonight's episode is a little bit nothingness in terms of I haven't really got an awful lot to divulge or give you revelations about today. However, I did try to get in something sort of Tam Tam did say snap out of it. Today I kind of did make a very, very conscious effort to try and get out of the routine of just sort of sitting, staring at the walls, drinking coffee, smoking weed, drinking coffee, smoking weed, staring at the walls, trying to come, even something like making dinner has been a little bit of a struggle for me, and stuff like that. But today I sort of got myself up a little bit earlier. I got myself washed and dressed before sort of midday. I did make a little video. I don't know if or not you guys saw it, about a weird bug I found. Now, I'm not suggesting that it is a DARPA drone, but it was a little bit mysterious, and check out that video if you haven't already. I did upload that this afternoon. Already got about 50-60 views at the moment. If or not it gets more, we will see. But today, hey there, Fatty McButterpants, that's a funny name. Glad you did finally make just for your name alone, Fatty McButterpants. That's brought a smile, not only to my face, but maybe some of the other viewers. So welcome, Fatty McButterpants. Let's hope you stick around and become a resident just because of that name alone. But as I was saying, guys, today I got myself up early, made a little bit of a video. Then it looked like it might be nice, so I sat out for an hour, and then all of a sudden the sun descended behind a big dark cloud. So I sort of come in, thought maybe I'll try and get myself another video in production, which I do have a few ideas for, something I struggled to do last week. But as I was setting up, the sun come back out, so I ran out. Hey, let's get some more sun. Only for it to cloud over, and almost like there's a guy in the simulation with a switch that every time I ran out, he flicked it to cloudy. Every time I went in, he flicked it to sunny. But eventually I got myself to the point where, you know what, I'm not going to get much sun today, and it was kind of looking like this might be the last warm day we see in a long time. Winter is not that far away. Fall is already here. The leaves are changing. So I thought to myself, you know what? I really do need, or I don't really need, I'm not desperate for, but I would like to get myself a few snacks and treats to maybe top up the pantry with. Now, some of you who do follow along will be aware that I have, or did at once, amass quite a long, hey, sings a lot stranger, our little Floridian angel down there, as she has relocated. Glad to see you, stranger. But as I was saying, guys, I have over the years, almost 2 years now, I did amass and build a little bit of a pantry, solely or majority of it built at the dollar store. I went to the Dollarama regularly, picked up $20 worth of groceries here and there, and over a year or so I stockpiled almost a year's worth of food, and on top of that I had things like military rations, MREs, beef jerky, meat, kind of beef sticks, pepperoni sticks, crackers, peanut butter, granola bars, cookies, candy bars, you name it. I had a very, very, very stocked pantry. But once the sort of pandemic did start, I'd become out of work. I started relying on that pantry and living on that pantry, and really still am living on that pantry. But the most of the, all the good stuff, all my treats, all my candy bars, all the Zum Zums, all the Wham Whams, all of that stuff, I kind of sort of at the very, very start of this pandemic, and sort of not knowing how long it was going to go on for, and hopefully, in a couple of weeks we might be able to get back up to work again sometime soon. But it didn't happen, and the intention was at some point when I do get back to work, I can start replacing the Zum Zums and Wham Whams. But I still have a very, very good stockpile of canned produce, ramen noodles. I've got a year's worth of ramen perhaps, or just under a year's worth of ramen noodles, a lot of canned food still, soups, beans, chili, as well as potatoes and stuff like that. Hey, Paddy, we have quite a few new people here there. We were having 13, it did say I had 13 people watching, which was quite startling, because recently it does seem to be difficult to keep the double digits for these live shows. But welcome anyway, and bless your heart right back at you. Sings a lot, left her Oreos along. That is a shame. Now, there's something you actually mentioned, because at the moment my sort of future is a little bit undecided. At some point I may even have to be returning to good old England, my place of birth, to maybe kind of tie a few things up, sign some documents and paper and such forth. And where I will be heading after that, I do not know. The world may very well be my oyster. But, although my pantry is portable, if I really kind of was moving to another house in Toronto, or maybe even to another province, and I had a removal van, I could quite easily pack up my shit and take it with me. However, I can't really take that stuff on an aircraft, and on top of that, you can't sort of take foodstuffs into another country in some occasions. So at some point, I will probably be donating my pantry to a friend or to charity or something, passing it on. At some point. So I haven't really been how bent on replenishing my pantry, because, as I said, my future is uncertain. If it was a little bit more certain, I would have probably gone out of my way and sort of tried to add a few bits and pieces as I kind of used it, which is kind of the preference if you can do that. Hey Kaz, glad to see you there. Not for good, Kaz, not for good. It will only be a temporary stay if that does come to be, but it's looking like that might be a strong possibility at the moment, and may even be a probability. But until that bridge comes, there's not really sort of a lot I can do, and kind of a little bit why I sort of was saying earlier that I've been stuck in limbo. Not only have I had like limbo of the uncertainty of what's going on with my occupation and my job and the lockdown and all this kind of shit that pretty much affected most people in the Western world. That in itself is something to be, concerned or alarmed, or will even cause anxiety and depression, uncertainty of the future, losing your job, losing your income, plus the fear mongering from mainstream media. But on top of that, I've had to deal with, my father passing, not necessarily sure what's going to be going on for me in the future. So, being stuck in limbo at the minute. I don't know whether I'm coming or whether I'm going or whether I'm up or whether I'm down. So it's been very kind of hard to sort of motivate myself to sort of do anything with so much uncertainty, and why I haven't really sort of made much of an effort to replenish my preps that I have been living off of these 6 or so months. It's nearly 7 months now, come to think about it. Since the global pandemic, and being a chef as I was at the time, here in Toronto, we were the first sort of people, bars and restaurants, that kind of stuff. That was the first thing that was shut down before it even got announced that it was a global pandemic. And some of you may have recalled that you were here watching live when Mr. Trump announced to the world that we were in fact in a global pandemic. And maybe or not, that was when history changed forever. The pre-COVIDian era is possibly long and forgotten now, as we are sort of what they're calling the new normal is becoming more normal. And back to today, going out to the Dollarama and the No Frills, I did start to feel a little bit of a panic attack and the anxiety raising within myself as I sort of got onto the streetcar, and I sort of I was just going to go and pick up some smokes and some top up from my phone at the grocery store, but I said to him in my head, you know what, if the streetcar pulls up as I get to the street, then it was meant to be. I'm going to go to the dollar store and go and grab myself a few Zum Zums and Wham Whams, top up some treats for the pantry. Because in the evenings, when I'm sitting in and it's colder now, it's kind of nice to snack on something. When you haven't got anything to snack, you don't really want to be eating a can of beans. Not much fun, you know what I mean? And again, when you're sort of feeling a little bit sad and depressed, a little bit of comfort food is something that is needed. In the past, some of those top up videos that I did were in fact comfort items, and the importance of it, like sometimes a candy bar is a nice dessert, or some peaches, or a bag of nuts, or trail mix and stuff like that. It might be a little bit of a spoiler what we're going to be getting to in a moment, guys. Nuts about nothing. Have you figured it out yet? Anybody give me a guess in the chat there what we might be unbagging and delving into very, very shortly. Come on, think about it. We're going a little bit old school here with the TSP TV content in a fail-safe, hopefully light-hearted, enjoyable live stream for those that are watching. As I said, sometimes we like to bring you some thought-provoking, mind-blowing content. Sometimes we bring you content about nothing. Sometimes we try to bring you a little bit of thrifty prepping advice. Sometimes we bring you our real-life reality show, Tea and Friends, where we go out and about and just walk around the streets of Toronto with the camera and see what happens. And we've had some fun and laughter over the months, as well as a street fight that I was attacked by an individual with a knife in rocks. Unfortunately for him, he lost an eye. Not like literally, it kind of come out of the socket a little bit, but he could have pushed it back. It's not like it come off. Tam Tam, the Fake Coming of Christ, you really should check out my Project Bluebeam stuff, because Bluebeam is something that I have spent a lot of time this summer looking at, although since the news of my father, I've not really been that alert, aware, or that dived in, paying attention to what has been going on. I'm glad I'm making you hungry, because we will be making some munches shortly. No mask, no tests, no vaccines, don't vote. Good advice. But Project Bluebeam, little teaser, a little bit of a pimp and shameless promotion for some of my other content you may not have been aware of. Tam Tam. Project Bluebeam, the fake rapture, the fake religious event, as well as the UFOs, asteroids, anything that can be created in a holographic image. Bluebeam is considered it. So as I said, check those out, but we're not going to go down those roads at the moment. Maybe in a little while we do. But guys, as I said, I did get myself to the Dollarama. I did actually even go into the No Frills, and unfortunately I did kind of put a bandana on to go in those stores, not because I feel forced to. I just don't want to avoid confrontations, right? I'm not in the mood for people, and the less attention I can draw to myself, the better. And a little bit of the grey man mentality is bring as less attention to yourself as you possibly can, and that in itself was a little bit sort of added to the anxiety. So I kind of just ran into No Frills, grabbed some milk and some coffee, and that was about it, and then dived into the Dollarama and grabbed myself what we are about to unwrap now. I don't know if you guys can see what's flickering in the background just there, the Thrift Fam fireplace. Laurie, how are you, beautiful? Welcome. I've actually just taken your preps that you sent me in that very, very, very kind gift package or care package you sent me the other week. I did put that some of the jars away in my pantry. I have eaten the peaches and the pears. Delicious, fantastic. Licked the jar pretty much. Yeah, the mask is a ritual. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. Tam Tam, that we may or may not have covered over this the course of this pandemic on this channel at one time of not. But if you've been researching Bluebeam, then please check out, because there's been a lot of stuff over the pandemic period that might suggest that they are getting ready to do a little bit of a actual real life Bluebeam. I believe we may have even seen a few dummy runs over the past year, and maybe even some of those like bombings we saw in Lebanon and other places. It looked very similar with that weird mushroom. That even might be sort of testing some of the ammunition or munitions or stuff that the holographic aliens may be using. Hello Angela, glad to see you here, guys. Battling a cold, Laurie. Well, get yourself some honey, some hot sauce, Tabasco, Frank's, Tapatio, your hot sauce of choice, a little bit of honey, maybe a spoonful of chicken broth and some hot water, and that is a little remedy. Maybe I should make a video of that one day, but that is a little medicinal remedy that will take some of those symptoms away, will clear up your nose in the honey, and all the vitamin C contained within the chili will help fight the bacteria in your throat there. So we do have a lot of newbies there. We have got 12 people watching. What a fun little entertaining live feed this is turning out to be, although it is taking a long time. Normally in my head this time we've done an hour, so because we're doing a new different sort of setup, this is going to be a bit difficult to do, because I've also got a wire that I don't want to dislodge for the microphone, which is tucked there. Nancy, I don't know if you saw, look, I've got my New Orleans t-shirt on. Little thing for you. What's happened here? I've lost my comments. Hold on a sec, guys. Perfect. So 13 folks watching. Alright, so first up, we've got some arrows. Sorry guys, gotta go to feed the babies and Paul. Bon appetit sings, glad we could see you here tonight. Don't be a stranger, my darling. Maybe, well, no, you're in Florida now, so the nights are never going to get cold. But I was going to say now the nights are getting a little bit cooler. Maybe you might tune in regularly. We didn't even have any chance to give you a dumpster tuggy joke in reference tonight, but thanks for coming by, Sings, and hopefully we'll see you soon. So this is in no particular order that I'm taking the stuff out, and I don't know if anybody even answered what they thought that the night was going to be. Tonight's show was going to be about. It's going to be trail mix, guys. We're going to be putting together a trail mix in good old-fashioned TSP thrift store prepper traditions. There was something interesting about Bluebeam there. What was it? Folks are all going to get raptured, and they are going to say it was aliens. It'll be raptured. We'll wait and see what happens will happen on that front. Tam, they might just disintegrate us with a heat ray. You know what they've been doing out in Paradise, California, and some of the other forest fires with their directed energy weapons. Maybe they'll just have a bunch of drones flying overhead, whoosh, with their heat ray. And wipe us out, a la War of the World. I guess if it looks evil to you, it looks evil to you. Don't know what to tell you there, Tam. But it was a gift from my ex-girlfriend who lived in Louisiana, and it is from the French Quarter. It kind of matches because it has skulls on me. But there you go, and I think it is for some kind of liquor or something, maybe. I don't know. But books and covers, as they say, books and covers. So next we've got some trail mix, and I've got a few bags of these. These are familiar things to TSP TV. Something I haven't stocked up on in a long time is these good old trail mix. And the reason why these are such a good item, and why I used to buy them a lot, although I used to eat more than I'd save, to be quite honest with you, the more I bought, the more I ate, is for the nutritional value, in terms of, you know, this costs $2 and you get over 1,100 calories, I think, in one bag, as well as 35 grams of protein. You get iron, you get some calcium, you get fiber, all your amino acids, and nuts and berries. Going back to our hunter-gatherer days are a good way to get our amino acids. So I got a bunch of the Harvest Trail mix, and the reason I buy this one at the Dollarama is because you get a 250 gram serving for $2, whereas the ones that's got the candies in, that's only a 210 gram serving. So for an extra for no extra money, you get 40 grams extra of trail mix. We've also got some good old cashews, and these are 100 gram servings for $2.50, so I think I've got about 4 of those. If not, I can find them all. There's another bag of trail mix. How many of those did I get in the end? I think I got it looks like I got 3 of those. I thought I got more. But anyway, I also got, a whole bunch of almonds. I'm trying to get the nuts out first. There's another bag of cashews. Is that all the nuts? And another bag of cashews. Alright, so I've got 4 bags of cashews. I think 3 bags of almonds. No, 4 bags of almonds. I knew I went 4 and 4. And I'm almost certain I bought 4 bags of trail mix, but I guess not. Okay, so here's where the good stuff kind of comes into play. There's a receipt I don't need there. Whoops. Sorry guys, I dropped my microphone. I haven't got a way of clipping it on. Usually I wear a shirt and I kind of tuck it into the buttonhole. I'm kind of hoping it holds in place. I hope this t-shirt didn't scare you when it got closed up like that. I didn't want to say anything. It actually does steal the souls of non-believers. If you don't believe in Gozer, then the t-shirt will steal. It doesn't do that. I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you. Alrighty, good stuff. So we've got all the nuts. That's got all our proteins and calcium and amino acids. That's where we're going to get a lot of our good calories from. But we want some guilty pleasures, and it is kind of almost Halloween time. So let's get some candy going. So first up, I've got some peanut butter M&Ms. No fear here. I was trying to think of a Yoda reference in terms of fear, but for surprisingly for a Star Wars fan. Couldn't think of one quickly. Fear leads to suffering. Suffering leads to pain. Hatred. I can't even remember. Anyway, next up, let's get moving on with our candy treats for the trail mix. We've got a little bag of Smarties, which are just like regular M&Ms. And we also have... I thought we bought more candy than this. Maybe I didn't. Oh well. We've got some Reese's Pieces, which are peanuts. Peanut coated Reese's peanuts. I didn't say Reese's penis. Reese's Pieces. So we've got some of those. We've got some peanut butter M&Ms, some peanut Reese's. Now these are pretty cool, something I haven't tried or used in a trail mix anymore. Hey Becca Morrison, glad you did stop in and give us a like. Why not stick around, hang, talk the breeze, chat with the guys in the chat there. So we got some O. Henry clusters, so they're like the O. Henry candy bar, which is a lot like a Baby Ruth, very similar to a Baby Ruth. That's the plan, Nancy. There's no pulling the wool over your eyes, is there? Yes, we are going to have a lot of trail mix, and that's because I'm going to eat a lot of trail mix, and this is why we're preparing our trail mix. So I've got trail mix to eat for the coming days. See what we did there? Prepping at the dollar store for things that I may need for the coming weeks. Lessons to be learned here, Nancy. Maybe you too can go out and buy yourself some nuts and other snacks and make your own custom made trail mix, which is something I've done over the years. I don't think we've even made the same trail mix twice, although we have used a lot of similar items. We do try to customize it the best we can. And last but not least, are my favorites actually, or one of my favorites, S'cores. Yes, I did eat the bridge mix. Oh my goodness, Lori, I forgot bridge mix. It's like Russian roulette. They have a whole bunch of flavors in there that are absolutely disgusting, and flavors that are quite delicious, and you don't know which is which. And sometimes you put it in, it's got like the mint ones, and then you get an orange one, and then maybe a coffee, and then if you get like all three of those together, it just tastes like kind of vomit, really. Chocolate orange is something I really don't like at all. Nor is chocolate and mint, but the rest of it was good. The nuts and the raisins, and there's even like, I think the Turkish Delight, that wasn't even so bad, in the caramels, and they were very delicious. But yes, I did finish off the nuts and the bridge mix. No, chocolate mint, it's like fucking chocolate covered toothpaste. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but people do like it. Same with like choc chip mint ice cream. Like that just seems like drinking milk with your tooth brace in the morning. But anyway, well, Becca Morrison, my darling, if you were unaware that once I do make one of my trail mixes, a lucky viewer will get to try it. So if or not, you might be one of the lucky viewers that will get to taste one of my famous nut sacks or not. You might want to stick around. Yeah, the orange is awful, but the rest of them are good, but they're all kind of similar shapes, so you kind of have to like bite into one. So after a while I was like, that would have been a good video actually to have made. But anyway, so there, I don't know if that's tempted you or not to stick around, Becca Morrison. Now do excuse me, I do got gloves and stuff if you want me to wear them, but what's a little bit of bacteria amongst friends? It might help us build our herd immunity. So, oh god, there is a bag, but it's out of reach, and I'm sure if I kind of move, I was going to put a plastic bag in here, but we're going to make it in the bag. Hope you don't mind. Lamo. Tam, you might even be the lucky one. Maybe we could have a competition. I don't, that might be difficult to do. You could get the shitty cards out, maybe try and have a competition, but I'm sure that would fail one way or another. I do the same, but I still buy them. No gloves, please. What do you mean no gloves? You don't want me to wear gloves, or you want me to wear gloves? I do got some gloves. I've got some kind of sexy black ones that tattooists wear that kind of make my tattoos look nice. I can put them on. Is that no gloves, don't wear them, or no, wear gloves? But anyway, I kind of not going to touch them for the most part. And what we are going to do is load our nuts into the sack. We've got a nut sack in my lap. Brilliant. Writes itself. So I'm just going to toss the garbage on the floor, although we might save some of those bags. Yeah, we will, thinking about it. Oh God. The microphone. Sorry about this. Don't wear gloves. All right, I'm not going to wear gloves. Wait, it wasn't you that sent me the email about wearing lotion, was it, Tam Tam? I don't think so. All right, but we're not going to wear gloves. And I've lost the stupid microphone. Maybe I have to sort of like stick it onto me. This because I've got the bag on my lap. So okay, we've got one bag of trail mix so far. All right, and I like the fact that you wrote it in big letters. I still exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Fatty McButterpants. I'm glad you stuck around. Maybe you might be the lucky recipient of a TSP TV nutsack. I can't even remember the last time we gave away a nutsack. No, look at that. We're down to 9 people watching now. We did have a dizzy heights of 13 a little while ago, but here we go. Down to can you still hear me okay with the microphone? All right, I still hug. Yeah, I still hug, shake hands, bump fists, carry on exactly as normal. Where as best I can. And another reason why I don't really like going out, because, you know, the less you go out, the less you have to fucking deal with these shits. But while it's been nice weather, you know, I've been quite happy to sit in the yard or just go and hang out at the beach. I don't email. Okay. Sound is good. All right, good. Well, that's a disappointment because I'd need to, if you do win a nutsack, Tam Tam, I would need you to email me your details in order to send it to you. So good. Sound is great. It's very interesting that this camera and this phone and this microphone is exactly the same setup as I use to make my videos. That people complain that the audio is not good on. So I don't really know what that is, although I have suggested it might be algorithmic behavior, or it might even be the settings on your phone. There is a settings within the sound section on your phone. If you go into the advanced section, it will give you sound enhancement. But anyway, we're going to toss in the almonds. So I'm kind of making 2 kinds of piles of trash that we're going to reuse, trash that we're not. Thanks to Younger. Okay, no problem. So you're out of the running. So maybe Becca or McFancy Pants might be getting a nutsack of their own. Although maybe Becca's left. That's probably what she did. Made a run to the door. I don't want his nutsack. I don't want to taste his nuts. It's all right. Many girls have said that before. You wouldn't be the first one. So anyway, no particular order. We're just dumping everything in here. I can't wait till you say nutsack again. Well, Fatty McButterpants, if you have just found me, welcome. What kept you? Check out my playlist, because I have a whole playlist of trail mix episodes in which I say nutsacks quite a lot. And as I said, nutsacks are something that I have sent out around the world. As far away as Australia, in fact, is the furthest afield I have sent a nutsack to, but I have sent them far and wide over North America, as far as British Columbia, down to Texas, Louisiana, even California. So there have been quite a lot of lucky ladies out there that have had the pleasure of tasting my nutsacks. It is the little things, Prepper Chicken, Texas. Now I'm pretty sure you've had a nutsack in your. I was going to say you've had a nutsack in your mouth or 2 over your days, but you know what I'm getting at. I've sent you a nutsack, and Nancy, I know you've had a nutsack. Laurie, I think you've had a nutsack. Hands up or say yes, I've had a nutsack. If you've had a nutsack in the chat there. I was watching the Dragonfly vid. I've got some bonus footage actually. Oh, look at you, McButterpants. My videos and equipment are crap, but I still put them out there. Fuck it. That's why I call this shit video productions. You really found good company tonight, Fatty McButterpants. Glad that you did find us. As you Tam in, for those you said I've got sexy hands. That was what the email was about. I was joking. Not long after I sort of gained a lot of subscribers, I got a creepy email from somebody who said, my wife finds your hands very attractive and sexy. And if we sent you some lotion, would you mind rubbing it in on a video? Which I didn't do. Yeah, you have had a nutsack, Nancy. So I bet you have. See, that's what we like, Tam. Let's get a little bit of humour going in the thing. What happened to the microphone? Oh, it's here again. Oh, it's made my day that we found Fatty McButterpants. And who else was here? Was it Donna? I can't remember now. I know a couple of people have vanished over the course of this stream. What are we? 42 minutes. That's good. I was hoping to get at least to an hour mark. We might just do that. No one near. Welcome, my darling. Welcome on a lunch break. We're going to make you hungry because we're making a nutsack trail mix. So sorry guys. Get the cashews in. Oh my god, scores are delicious. So I'm going to put some cashews in. It puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again. Is that Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill? He used to put lotion on the serial killer reference. Or do you just have someone in your basement that you make rub lotion in, and if they don't, you hit them with a hose? Angela. Anyway, 15 people, it's almost a record. So I'm going to have a cashew. They are actually, and the reason I got so many cashews, they're actually nature's antidepressant. So that's why we've got more cashews than regular nuts, although they are very expensive. What was that there? JBG's chatting with Shawnee. Always up for good times and uplifting people. Well, we do try to be as uplifting and humorous as possible, while sometimes delivering some shocking and nefarious truths about industrial militarized complexes and secret societies and government full of corruption. But anyway, more cashews. Let's mix up some almonds. Yeah, everyone give me a thumbs up. That would be great if you would be so kind. Hold on a second. Let me just do a little bit of something every now and then. It doesn't hurt to just remind you. There is a tip jar. If you want to give me $1 or $2 for my trouble, please do. But you are by no means under any obligation to do so. I do this for kind of fun, shits and giggles, and some of you actually do learn a thing or two, or maybe even just get a kick out of it. My God, 16 people. Calm down. If we get to 20, I'll show you something. Not sure what I'll show you, but we can figure something out. Did it. All right, what have we got next to go in? So I think this is the last bag of cashews. And I think we've got, let's give my nutsack a little bit of a shake around. So come on guys, this is something you don't see on YouTube. You get to see me fiddling with my nutsack. I could actually make a hole in, no, I'm not going to make a hole in the bottom of the bag like the popcorn joke in movies. What happened to the microphone? It keeps losing it. I have to go. I can't go live, but I really want to. I can't get to that 1,000. Oh, Fatty, if only we could get your channel up somehow, some way. We'd put a link in the comments for you and try and get you a few subscribers. Judy Bell, do you think you might be able to take care of that, darling? I'm sure you can navigate there. Hey, Becca, you're still here. Well, that was a little bit of a delayed reaction. Are you puffing or something out there? I hope you are. We do. McButterpants. Might you partake in a little bit of herbal remedies now and then? I try to sound a bit Alan Partridge then. But if you do, you will be in even better company than you thought you possibly could do. But Becca, if you went and had a little bit of a smoke, then good for you, darling. Is that your channel name, Fatty McButtpunt? Yeah, go guys, go and try and get over to Fatty McButterpants. Oh, you're an angel. That's why you're an admin. Judy Bell. So we're going to put the Smarties in next. What the fuck? Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes you just got to use your teeth. We hear you regardless of the mic placement. Guys, tell me if that's okay. Can you hear? Because I've just unplugged the mic. If I've unplugged the mic, that will be a help. It's a little bit of a hindrance. So I'm going to leave it out for a second. Let me know if you can still hear me okay. If not, we can plug it in. Because I do seem to be having mic difficulties. Mic 1, 3, mic 2, 4. So onward and upward. Let's add. Good grief. There was a tear notch. That's worse. All right, we can plug it back in. Plug it in, plug it in. Where's it gone? All right, it's still there. It's still there as long as it's there. Hey, Artis. Glad to see you. All alone together is not much of a strategy, is it? I don't know if it is or not. Need the mic. Okay, we've got the mic. Thanks for the virtual hug, Paddy. It's lower, but I can still hear you. All right, we'll keep this here for now. It's just that my nutsack is so loaded and full, it's knocking the wire. Oh, scheisse. I hope that was a good shot for you guys. Did you get the... It was almost like... Oh my goodness, my nutsack exploded. I'm guessing you happen... You're a girl, Fatty McButterpants. Much better. Oh God, I got candies. I'm going to eat the one that went on the floor. Wow. That one opened much more careful. That's all right. Sometimes we just chat about what's on our mind here. We don't always have a particular script or plot or agenda that we stick to. Sometimes the best plan is no plan. Something tastes like furniture polish. Let me see if I can get you up, or if I can find you. It's all one word. Fatty McButterpants. And let me look for a channel. Sorry about that. We're just stopping our... I'm guessing that one's you. Is that you? If it is, I'm going to subscribe. And that looks like the channel there. It looks the same as your profile picture. If it's not, some other Fatty Muck. There we go. We surprised you. Subscribed. Did I do that? There we go. I think that's your channel. Go and give Fatty McButterpants some love and support over there. It's a cartoony. Yeah, that is the same channel. I'm pretty sure it is. No chocolate in it. There's lots of chocolate in the nutsack. Did you not see how much chocolate? Oh my goodness, I found more almonds. Oh God, I'm gonna have to probably... Everyone I think I found it, Judy Bell, don't worry. Sorry, I had to use my teeth again then. Alright, we've got some M&Ms. What about you, Tam Tam? Do you got a channel? Why can't I open these? Oh fuck, same thing happened. We got some down M&Ms on the floor. I guess I'll have to find those later. Actually, no, I won't. They're there. So I'm just putting stuff in the garbage. Sorry, mic difficulties. I'll just leave it there. I think that works fine. And last but not least, we've got the Aeros. Smitty! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. You still working hard there, my fellow ration reviewer? Although it has been a considerable amount of time since I've done a ration review. I've still got a Russian one just down there out of sight in somewhere. Excuse me, I don't mean to cough in the nutsack. Yeah, well, I don't know if you guys... Actually, do you know what's probably going to be a good idea or easier to do? Put the camera in the bag. How does that look? So there's lots of chocolate in there. Lots and lots of chocolate. So let me see if Tam Tam's got a channel. Tam Tam, I'm going to go look, see if you've got a channel now. Hold on. Tam, is it big letters? Tam. Okay, there's Tam Tam. Let's get your channel shared. Sorry guys, I was just a little bit distracted. Didn't mean to Who, me? No, I'm not back to work, Smitty, unfortunately. And probably not going to be back to work anytime soon, I'm afraid. Lots of crazy stuff with regards to how the sort of government are subsidizing businesses here, and how payroll, the government is picking up 75% of the payroll right now. So any kind of employers have to go through the books and not under the table, as people like me once did. So anyway, what do I need to do is get a gold nutsack. Hold on. So I've got my very special, oh hold on, Brutal Man. So let me move a little bit closer. Yeah, it is a little bit brutal. So it's nearly been 7 months, Smitty, since I've actually worked, although I might even be retired, I don't know as of yet, but lots of things have been going on. Life has changed dramatically for not just me, but a lot of people around the world with regards to COVID. But you know, for me, I've had a lot of life-changing stuff in the last few weeks. Lost my father, have inheritance and stuff to deal with and take care of. I know I've got like a house that I will probably be setting up in the UK, and then hopefully relocating, and maybe if I've got enough funds to buy a little bit of land somewhere in the warmth and try and live a little bit off grid. Good job there, Prepper Chicks, sharing whoever's channel that was. So guys, go support whoever. Is that Tam Tam? Prepper Chicks, you can share your own channel. I'll tell you what, I'll do that for you if you want. Go and get your link to your channel and put that up there, and go and show, because you're going to be making some videos, sometime soon, I believe. But anyway, I do got my very special bags of they formerly had marijuana in them, but I got some nice gold bags. Fatty Tam Tam. Okay, so guys, I think we've shared everybody's channel. I think I put it there. So here is a brand new virgin gold one, ready to be sealed. So oh my goodness, I'm going to put that to the side for now. So this is going to be, okay, you've shared yours. So guys, go and sub everybody who we had. Smitty. Yeah, it is some life-changing stuff, Smitty. I may even be going back to the UK at some point before I do relocate, hopefully to climates much warmer than Canada, where you can buy land. There's a little bit of I got a Sharpie somewhere. I got a I'll do it afterwards when we know who's getting one. Oh, that's a nice big one. Yeah, I got a nice shiny smooth nutsack for you, Lamo big bag. I know what you meant, Judy Bell. So guys, as I said, it's all love amongst friends and family. We're all friends and family here. So as request, no gloves, but trying to make sure you get a little bit of everything in there. Happy ending. So there is that somewhere. Here it is. Let me just put my nutsack on the table because it's so large. So here we have one filled nutsack. Do you know what? Oh my goodness. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Hold on. There's one right there. Can you see? There's a prepper baby. So be warned, my nutsacks are a choking hazard. So the first nutsack is done, ready to prepared. I mean, this, I'm actually not going to use these gold ones from me. I'm just going to put them back in the bags that they come in as much as I can. So there is one. And what we're doing here is a little bit of tweaker heat sealing, and that's how you could prepare. If you had these little mylar bags, that's how you could prepare things for your pantry, not just nutsack. You could put rice, dried beans, ramen noodles, all sorts of things. Actually, let me you see, babies come from nutsacks, McFaddy butter pants. Not only are my nutsacks a choking hazard, they also may contain a baby. See what we did there? Lots of inappropriate humour to be had. So I think, let me give that another good toasting. Make sure it's proper heat sealed. And I'm pretty sure, certain, you know what I'm going to do? It's been a long time since we've done this. Why is that not? I think it's heat sealed. There is another prepper baby just out of sight. So I'm going to do 2 bags. 2 bags, and I'm going to do a double giveaway. So I'm thinking, we've got another bag. You made little clothes for them. I knocked the camera there. Judy Bell, you should send me a picture. So I've got 2 bags that I'm going to make of trail mix, and we're going to do a double giveaway. And a Prepper Baby. Well, Fatty McButterpants, you are most likely gonna be getting one of these. And who was the other newbie that we had here? Where's she gone now? I've forgotten it. Girls' names I always forget. I do apologise. But there's another nutsack. I'm going to do some good tweaker heat sealing. And we've got 2 nutsacks. Nutsack 2 is complete. Well, I'm going to give it to some of our newcomers, Judy Bell, because, you know, it's nice to welcome newcomers, and a lot of you guys out there have already received nutsacks. So, you know, a little welcome gift to those theirs. This one looks like a train wreck. Okay. Yeah, something happened on a global scale that we need to be aware about. I don't know why this one doesn't want to seal as well as before, but yeah, I do save my baggies because McButterpants was talking about those. So these here are just my weed baggies. This is what my marijuana gets delivered in, and I got a whole bunch of ones here. So I got some little small green ones. They're pretty cute. They would make good little actually I probably could have used those for trail mix, but the golden ones are nicer. I think they look a lot more presentable and gift like. I got some bigger ones like that. Smitty, if you're still here, brother, they look very much like you could make a nice little sort of individual MRE there. Alrighty, yeah, there we go. Probably a good idea, Fatty. And then I got a big clear one there. Those are also very nice for trail mix, because you could actually see what is in them there. But I do save all these. These are what my weed baggies get delivered in. And I save them because these actually cost quite a lot of money to buy. I did buy some a little while ago, some pink ones for nutsack purposes. Totes. I wish I could get marijuana delivered here. Yeah, there we go. But these are really good. I mean, they almost look quite militarized in their color. And also they kind of remind me of in the Canadian IMPs. They kind of have the like pudding stuff. The vanilla pudding comes in a bag, very similar to these. I might even have one of those there. Wire trees, lovely he needs in the trees for sure. So as I said, I got 2 bags of trail mix that I will give away. Fatty McButter. I don't know why this one won't heat seal for some reason. The other one melted in a second. Okay, that looks a little bit better. And I got another one that I do need to be given away to one other lucky winner. So maybe newbies, make yourself known and aware, and let me know if you want a nutsack. So definitely I think everybody would agree that Fatty McButterpants does deserve a nutsack, just for being one of us. Not saying that you're not all one of us, but a newcomer, first time viewer, I think it'd be wonderful for you to get one of those. We'll give you my actually, let me put that in there. There is my email for you, so send your details to me and we'll change details, get some stuff going. But these little bags, not only those weed baggies, I also kind of save all of these. And the reason I save these is because I'll take one. Okay, Angela, the nutsacks have gone. Angela and Fatty McButterpants. Oh, that's not good, Crying Hippie. And welcome, my friend. So with the rest of them, the bags that I've already used, and you should save these because, again, these are very, very usable. You can keep leftover food. You know, if you get some Chinese takeout and you've got some leftover, you can put them in here. You can make oatmeal, and like I'm doing, put in my trail mix in them. Or where's Baby P? There's a burp. It's legal here if you pay. I'm not asking permission. Why start now? Yeah, and it's legal here in Canada. Where are you, Fatty why can't I say that? McButterpants. Let us know where you are. And also to the newbies, let us know where you are watching the world. So it's nice to kind of get a little bit of the logistics and a feel for everything. 1 hour and 8 minutes. What do you know? Good old trail mix, never fails. Yeah, life does change in a blink of an eye, Crying Hippie. 1 minute, you know, like I say, everything's rosy and normal. Next minute, there's a global pandemic being thrust down your throat. She'd probably change her mind. If she's an older lady, as you've told me before, Crying Hippie, maybe she'll forget. Oh, I found a Smartie on the floor. So, as I said, Angela and McFatty, email me your details. I'll try and send those out to you in the week. Hey, Maiden. Glad to see you. 16 watching now. So, not really much to get excited about or write home about in today's episode. It is just a little bit of me making some snacks, and this should make quite a few snacks for the coming weeks and days, and these will give me some much needed nutrients as well as some empty calories in the form of the candy. But the candy is comfort, and it is kind of important to have a little bit of comfort food in your pantry, because it does get a little bit boring and it does get a little bit mundane when you are living primarily off of kind of canned food in ramen noodles and such forth, as I kind of have been for the most part. I do top up the refrigerator with from Walmart, and the reason I use Walmart, I almost hate to do it, online shopping, and don't really like Walmart as an organization, but they do accept PayPal, and one of the few online organizations that will allow you to use PayPal to pay for online purchases is Walmart. And as I get my tips from you guys on my PayPal account, I can kind of utilize that as a way of getting the things that I need. Once before, when I kind of had a real job, and this was, you know, I had a day job and this wasn't, you know, just a hobby, any kind of donations and stuff, I got brought into this channel, then I kind of tried to invest it back in this channel by buying things like the rations and maybe the stuff that I put the eBay EDC, some of the equipment and little kind of survival knickknacks that are in there is you know, how I kind of put it. But since I lost my day job, this has kind of been my only source of income. So as I said, kind of tips and stuff that come in rather than having to find somebody who I can send the money to who gives me cash that I then go and line up, have to wear a mask, stand in line at the grocery store. I can just order online. It's a lot more a lot less hassle than that, and I can also kind of order a lot more than I can carry because I don't have a car or anything. I have to carry stuff around on by hand and use public transport and stuff like that. So anyway, my goodness, I've still got a whole bunch of stuff in here. There, I try to avoid negative energy. Yeah, you know, sometimes you can't always avoid negative energy if you've got jobs or live in situations where you're in shared conditions, or you know, you don't really enjoy your job. Then sometimes, you know, you've got no choice but to have to kind of suck it up, buttercup, even if you want to or not. No, that's all right. You went away, crying hippie, and we hope your situation does get resolved soon, my friend. But maybe it might be, you know, a silver lining that you don't see right now. It might bring you some new ventures, new pastures, something like that. You know, where don't really know where I was trying to go there. As the yeah, the little Smarties bag. So even this, you know, little tiny Smartie bag, that's going to give me a snack size portion of trail mix that I could throw in my backpack or in my purse or whatever I carry every day. So you know, if I ever got stuck on a commute, sometimes it happens, you're on the subway and you get stuck in a tunnel for 45 minutes because someone's jumped on the tracks, and you're on your way home after a hard day's work, have a little bag of trail mix to give you something to snack on and give you some energy. Crunch is essential, and sweet, well, when is that bad? Exactly. So you've got a little bit of everything here. You've got the good nuts, you've got peanuts, you've got almonds, you've got cashews. I was going to get like some sunflower seeds, but honestly, they will end up at the bottom and get stuck in your teeth. And although they are very, you get a lot of calories in a very small amount of pumpkin seeds. And I'm very good in potassium also, but not a fan of them. So anyway, somebody was smoking a little bit of dodgy crack, maybe was mixed with a little bit too much of bicarbonate. But anyway, you know, sometimes you can't always account for other people, certainly not when you are alive. So I'm not sure how much longer we are going to continue after I've put all this together. We may have a little bit of a sort of chin wag and see if we get any of the gussets pop in, because you know how it is. If we do say we're about to wrap things up, people do show up. But it's been good in many ways, just to sort of get back into the sort of habit of doing a live show and sort of almost feeling confident again to talk to you guys. I haven't really felt like facing the outside world recently or dealing with people. And last week I did try to make a few videos. You know, maybe if I can just make a video, and once you sort of get up and into that sort of habit and routine, maybe it starts to flow, right? But unfortunately not. I sort of sat here some days, set my camera up, and even knew exactly what I wanted to put onto video, but every time I went to press play, my mind just went blank. Which is why I kind of went with this. Trail mix has always been a sort of little bit of a fan favorite here on the thrift store, and it's also good to give a little giveaway. It's something I haven't done in quite some time. So you know, that's why I chose to do this tonight. It's, as I said to sort of Judy Bell before we went live, it's a little bit fail safe. I haven't got to kind of keep my mind that focused on what I'm talking about. I can kind of interact a little bit with you guys that are watching, and hopefully we can have a little bit of not necessarily fun and laughter. I don't think we've had a lot of jokes this evening, but Tam Tam and Fatty are saying they enjoyed it. Sminny saying it's a good live. Prepper Chicks, she always likes it. She's kind of a, you know, why she is one of the original wench wrenches, and a little bit like the sort of enforcer that would take down anyone who kind of feels to bring some shit to the thrift store. So not on Judy Bell's watch. So there you go. We haven't done yet, guys. We still are in a stage of trail mix productions here, and I think this will actually be the last bag. In fact, almost certain it will be the last bag. It is going to be the last bag. It's a little bit difficult because it's all kind of like crunched up into a corner. And that's why we don't put the sunflower seeds in, because that's all that you end up at the bottom is sunflower seeds. So I've only got a few crumbs, as long as I picked out all the candy. Surprisingly, I thought that would have made more. Let me see if I can eat those. So what do I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little baby one, 6, and the 2 gold bags. So I made 8 big bags of trail mix from that whole candy. I'm not sure if pound for pound this values. It probably doesn't, because I bought a hell of a lot of candy to go in this trail mix, but it cost a little bit more than the regular store-bought trail mix, but I got a lot of good stuff in there that you don't get in the store-bought trail mix. Yeah, they are. I got all sort of chocolate-y crumbs on my fingers there. So, as I said, not really an awful lot for you guys to learn, and not an awful lot to take on board from tonight's episode. It is a little bit of kind of, you know, day-to-day prepping stuff that I do intend to snack on. I mean, if I have a bag a night, or, you know, half a bag a night, although not these, because these are going to go to is it Angela? And see, we remember McFaddy Butter Pants because it's a cute, funny name. Yeah, I did give you quite a nutsack crying hippie, although I don't think you ate it. Didn't you give it to your roommate? Maybe you should have poisoned it for her. Tell her that about the food. Hey, remember when I give you that nutsack? You're giving me a hard time over your food? Anyway, just stop paying her rent. She'll end up having to evict you, and she can't evict you until she goes through the court. You could play right silly buggers with her if you really wanted to, but as I said, guys, not an awful lot for you to take on board tonight, other than I did go to the Dollarama this afternoon, and that actually kind of was some big steps for me in the way I've been feeling recently. Certainly to sort of go into a place this very public, and, you know, all these restrictions and shit that you have to kind of deal with, made it a little bit less than pleasurable. But small steps, baby steps, as I said, you kind of got to get yourself back in the routine, and a little bit what sort of Tam Tam was saying, you know, you do have to try and snap yourself out of it. It's not as easy as just clicking your fingers, but you do kind of you can't always wallow in your own self-pity. That can be a little bit addictive and counterproductive in over the long run, but you do have to kind of let the grief run its course to a degree. You can't sort of force things there. Oh, of course, it was a pleasure having you, Faddy McButterpants, and we always kind of, you know, get a little bit excited in the thrift store when we do get newcomers like yourself that sort of show up and make themselves known and become part of the family, because we are a little bit of a small and selective, not selective, it's not like we select people, but we are a small select little bunch of at the thrift store community. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit lost there, and, you know, we are all good folks. We all try to sort of, you know, say come as you are. We don't really care if you happen to be of this religion or if you're of that religion, who you voted for, who you didn't vote for. as long as you come to the thrift store and you just remember, be excellent to each other. We've all got the rights and freedoms to think and believe whatever we want, despite what governments in mainstream media may force upon us. And we are in such a time of divide and conquer and divisions within divisions within divisions, that the more and more we can kind of solidify and unite and be together, the better chance we have of seeing this through. The more separated and divided and fragmented we are, then we're kind of doing the job for the elites. Well, thank you. Glad you will be. And there was a nice comment there from Angela. Thank you. I have to feed the fam, and I will send you an email. Enjoy. Bon appetit to your family, Angela. Glad you could join us tonight, and I hope you join us again. I can take more, Nancy, but she said to move out, so she cooks. Well, ask her for your eviction notice, crying hippie. She can't just kick you out. Do you have some kind of rental agreement or something with her? Then small claim that shit all the way. You can counter sewer, mental health, all that kind of stuff. You need to get yourself a Saul Goodman type lawyer. Excuse me, that was for you, baby P, wherever you may be. And that is exactly it. Good vibes and goodwill to all men. We don't care, as long as you're nice to each other. And maybe, we give a little bit of patience to some people until our patience is, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out. Fuck. See, this is kind of why I'm still struggling a little bit. My mind isn't firing on all cylinders at the minute. But you know what I'm saying. We had a little bit of a sort of rambling nonsense and ranter earlier that Judy Bell took care of. And as you said, we don't want any negative vibes here or any name calling or anybody thinking that maybe they know more than somebody else. As we do on this channel, we just bring you thoughts, opinions. I give you the opportunity to watch or not. And if you wish to inform yourself by watching, then great. If not, then never mind. Maybe you watch the next one. But all I'm trying to do is bring a little bit of information that may or may not be of help or benefit to you as an individual, the watcher, and take of it what you will. And as I said, I don't tell you what to believe, what to think, how to behave. Just bring you my thoughts, my opinions, how I see things, and try to keep it as real and as honest as I possibly can here. That's if you're on a month-to-month crying hippie, but I'm guessing if you're in that situation, then you don't got a contract, because I've had room rentals that they wanted me to sign a 6-month contract in the past. But kick up shit. She's an older lady. Push her down the stairs. You were all up for mugging a homeless person so he could steal his shopping cart, so he could make a little bit of barbecue down on the beach. And if you're that morally flexible, then maybe give your old lady roommate a little shove and say, oh my God, I was so worried about her. I heard some crashing. I come running out from the balcony and that. Make a video at the time. Leave some booby traps so you can kind of record it in the background as she falls over and capture it. But yeah, it happens. Or maybe put a pillow over her head and say it was COVID. Oh my God, she's got COVID. I'm too frightened to go in her room to check, and put a mask on and all that kind of stuff. Just saying, there's a ways to a means. No, I'm not suggesting you kill your roommate. But she's an old lady. Who knows what happened overnight. So anyway, guys, what are we at now? 1 hour 25 minutes. So I am going to wrap this up at the 1 hour 30 minutes mark, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what I forgot to do today? Here it is. Yeah, there you go. I forgot to do that. Oh my God, I just realized it kind of... Let me do it again so that that's not on my t-shirt. All right, I was trying to get it lined up, but never mind. Yeah, so you should catch me on a good day. Fatty McButterpants. Sometimes I actually have had people wetting their pants, literally, in the audience, as well as close proximity where they are. But as I said, guys, we are going to wrap this up at the 1 hour 30 mark. So big thank you to those of you that found the thrift store tonight. Glad you stuck around for the duration. Hopefully we'll get another live feed out to you sometime this week. Not sure exactly when. I do got an idea that I'm going to try and bring a video for you tomorrow. By the looks of things, the weather's going to be shit here in Toronto, so I might be able to kind of do a little bit of video production, seeing as I can enjoy some vitamin D and the warmth of the sun, which may have even been the last time this year I did that this afternoon. But fingers crossed, we might get a little bit of an October Indian summer. It has happened before. I have known a couple of weeks, the early weeks of October, been in the 20s, and actually been outside in my shorts and getting some sun. So I hope that happens. The longer the warmth remains, the better. But it is now borrowed time. The leaves are changing. I'll probably get out and try and do a walkabout video, maybe show you some of the changing leaves and colors this week if I can. And as I said, today was a little bit of get out of the rut. If I keep sticking in the solitude, I'm probably never going to want to get out of it. So I've been productive today. I got myself a video made. I got myself out to the store. I made myself some trail mix. We've done a live feed. We've got some new viewers. We're going to be sending out some some giveaways. So everything does seem a little bit sort of almost back to normal a little bit. Although the emotional roller coaster, I'm pretty sure, is waiting for me once we come off air. You sleep well too, Nancy, as well as everybody. I'm good right now, thanks, CH. I'm actually pretty stocked up still. I've got an ounce or so left before I have to restock, but I probably will be restocking it this week. Maybe we'll do a weed unbagging, budget buds, something we've done before. Anyway, I know what I need to do. Hold on a second. Where am I? Got to get my there it is, lined up, ready and waiting. So that is the outro music lined up, ready to go. We are at the 1 hour 28 minutes. So yeah, take care one and all, guys. As you do know or should know by now, TSP TV is brought to you courtesy of Shit Video Productions. I am the Thrift Store Prepper. I was your host. You were the audience. Thanks for tuning in, and as you may or may not realize, I am trying to ramble it on long enough so I can get to the point in time where there is enough for the intro to play and end at the 1 hour 30 mark. So Nancy, Maida Montana, Judy Bell, aka Prepper Chick in Texas, Laurie, Crying Hippie, Butter McFancy Pants, I've forgotten already, Angela, Smitty, always glad to have you in the house, my friend. And maybe, who knows, we might have to try and get our Northern Ration Reviewers challenge going again, or put that into productions. But there we go. I'm at the time where I can press play. Thanks for watching, guys. Shit Video Productions, TSP TV. See you in another one. Till then, keep it thrifty.